So previously, you can see your left hand there. We're calling a weakest, but in the back, you can almost see the sort of your little fingers there of your left hand sort of around there. So it means your left hand now is kind of too far around in this direction, underneath in an unnatural, we call weaker position, okay? And that's going to cause the club face to naturally come back aiming to the right.
Yeah.
Then you try to swing the golf club to the left and hope those two green lines create something that goes that way. The problem is with the green line that goes to the left, the way you did that, it calls you in the ground around the golf ball. Now you're trying to adjust to that. And there's just so many things then you're trying to figure out the last second that it just makes it tough. And if you get enough balls in the same position over and over and over again, you can hit a golf ball very well. For someone who just started, you'll figure out where it needs to be hit and how straight shots feel. But it might take you 10 shots. And on the golf course, I have the luxury of 10 or 15 shots from the same spot with the same club with no pressure, no consequence, yeah? It's like, this is the one shot you got now, it's got to be good. And if you mess it up, oh, Christ, I've got to find the ball now. Yeah. There's a result that's going to cause that, okay? So going through kind of this sequence now where you put the golf club in your left hand, and just let's say your right hand just hangs there naturally. Say your right, so that thumb now goes across effectively from here across to the left, yeah? So this left thumb's going to go across kind of the same way. So we want to be holding that club in that left hand where you can see, and if I put just that hand there, the difference in the left. Yeah, exactly. Now, this is what you'll find. I'm zooming on this so you can see this, okay? So you do this now. You then do drop your shoulder underneath because the right sort of going down underneath, which is fine. And then you grip it. That there's good, okay? Now then, as we sort of go through the sequence here now, fidgeting around here now, bit of a regrip there, checking the logos there, that's good. Then a bit more, then that little regrip there, see, a little bit of regrip there, right. And then watch it now. It's not bad, but it's not as far as it was, you see, yeah? So just be mindful of that there. If we sort of do what I call play the old trombone with your hands and your fingers, it might creep round this way a little bit, and then we're going back into kind of the old habits, okay? So making sure we get it in that right spot, okay? We want to get it there, okay? And you can see when you have a bit of a play around there, it did go back a little bit. Generally speaking, it was in a better position, obviously because the ball foot, you can see, was good. Good back to the top of there, nice, good shoulder turn, okay? What we'll look at, probably in the new year now in the next lesson, is this hip movement now moving towards target like you would do if you're just throwing a rugby ball. You wouldn't lean back on your right foot and try and throw it left. You think, oh, there's my person, I'm going to throw it to that person, okay? But because the face was aiming to the right, you had to make this move, and that caused the club to start the ground. We're going to start moving your body now to the left, which you kind of get a little bit there in any case. But at the moment now, you'll find your natural shape of shot is going to be just straight left. But if it's one consistent bad shot, at least then we know roughly where it's going to go. So you can start aiming a little bit kind of here and here, so you know the ball's going to kind of go 20 yards left or to target. It's not going to go 40 yards left because you rolled your arms over too much, or 60 yards right because you haven't compensated enough. And how big's the fairway got to be? At least you know it's going to be down a sort of straighter corridor, yeah? So get that left hand better, get it stronger with that shoulder underneath. At least if you can start from a good position. I mean, you play rugby. What position do you play?
Number 8.
Number 8, okay, so you're in the scrum, okay? You don't bind in the scrum properly, you ain't going to be a very good scrummage, are you? Okay, you're going to get overpowered by a weaker team if they bind. If you're kind of like binding correctly, you'll either hurt yourself and not going to be as efficient. Yeah, same with golf. So if you set the golf ball incorrectly, you've got to make adjustments, okay? And if you're making adjustments, you're also in the club almost 100 mile an hour, especially the driver. You try to make an adjustment to 100 mile an hour at the last second with 3 things trying to fight against each other. It'll work occasionally, but consistency-wise, you'll either be really good or not good. Yeah, you just go way left or way right or maybe straight. And it's in a very inconsistent way of playing golf. And fairways just aren't big enough for your kind of dispersion of left or right at the moment because you hit the ball a long way, it goes even further. Yeah? Okay, make sense?
Yeah.